Yeah. Oh, I'm live. Yeah. Hello there. Um, as usual, social media is buzzing again. It's another case of infidelity. Um, I've not been able to just oppose this. I'll just put it. This is another case of a man who has been married for, I think they said 25 years now. A Nollywood actress and Georgina Onoha actually called him out. I think his name is Chinedu Nwokolo. He was formerly based in Canada, has been married for over, I think, about 25 years, has 5 children with his pretty wife. But it is now reported that he has abandoned his wife and 5 children to be with a slave queen in Nigeria, to be with this other slave queen on my left hand side in Nigeria. So the the question now remains, why what is it that men actually want? Why do men, what is it, what's part of life is it that men don't really understand? Why will you leave 5 children of your youth? I guess maybe the oldest of those children, considering the numbers of years, maybe they will be between the ages of 20 and 23, maybe. So they are young adults now, and they are watching all of this, and they are going on social media and seeing things about their dad trending, seeing their dad holding in the arms of another woman, and then watching their mom in pain and agony, watching their mom depressed, watching her crying. Because no matter how much a woman who has been abandoned and rejected, especially a woman who started from the scratch with a man, no matter how much she pretends that she doesn't care, of course she will pretend that she doesn't care, because I mean, what can she do if a woman has been rejected? She cannot reject herself. She might as well just pick the bits and pieces of her life and just move on and kind of try to be strong for herself, for her children. But the thing is, the hurt that such a woman feels, it cannot be overemphasized, especially when she has started with that man from the scratch 25 years ago, when the man had nothing, when the man was not looking attractive, when the man had even no roof over his head, when he even had no bank accounts. Nobody who get money, now he go get bank accounts. When he had no bank account, he had no job, he had nothing. So it's very painful. The thing is, why? And then this has become a pattern. This is we're just in the month of Feb in this year 2022. Just begin to count how many numbers of men. The other time, I think it was in January this year, another one that they call Iziade Tech or whatever from the United States left his wife and 4 children, a marriage of over 20 years, relocated back to Nigeria to be to be with Mercy Aigbe, and they were flaunting their relationship on social media. The same thing to this one is flaunting. Apparently, these ones they've started flaunting their relationship on social media also. And they're not thinking about the children of the relationship. They're not thinking about the emotional and psychological trauma that their action is likely to, not even likely, that their action is guaranteed to cause the children of this marriage. They just don't care. Why is it that does it really make sense in this day and time for any young woman to actually struggle or start off struggling with any man? To be quite honest, I used to believe that there's really nothing wrong in starting off with a man who has nothing. If you have, stand by him, support him. But with what is going on right now, with what is trending right now on social media, with the way the world is going right now, you will begin to have, I'm beginning to have a rethink. So, young girls, be careful, be wary. If a man comes and says he loves you, fine and good. But first of all, let him go get himself sorted out financially. And then if after he has gotten himself sorted out financially, you are still available, then he should come with that financial stability and come and take care of you. It doesn't make sense anymore, and it's not advisable anymore for any woman to struggle with a man. Because after you have struggled with that man, like they say, after you have helped the man to build the foundation and even raise the building and then decorate the building, make it beautiful, make it habitable, he now kicks you out, hardens his heart, becomes like a demon, hardens his heart. And then because he knows that what he's doing is bad, he now turns against you, makes you the bad person, carries all kinds of false rumors against you just to make you bad. And then he knows what he's doing. And then he goes to now want to pick a gold digger who did not see the same man when the man was struggling, who did not see the man when the man had no penny in his account, who did not see the man when the man was jobless. He now goes and picks her and starts professing love to her and starts spending the money and the resources that another woman has suffered with him that he even never spent on that woman. He now goes and starts spending these resources and time and money and affection on another woman. So women, it's high time. Don't you dare say you are struggling with a man anymore. Don't. The people that have done it, 99% of the time, they never got a thank you. They never got a reward. And it's not even about the side chick, including extended family members. When the man has now found his feet through your help, through a woman's help, that's when the family members will now remember that the man is their brother. That's when they will now start plotting. Sometimes some of them even go spiritual to start going to consult, to turn the man's face against you so that they can pounce on the man and destroy his life and take everything from him. So number one, the man himself is not a good person. He has an intention. So number two, you cannot really know a man who cares and loves you as a woman until the man has found his feet financially. So any man who is poor, who is broke, who doesn't have a job, who is struggling to survive, who cannot afford 3 square meals, he doesn't have a car, he doesn't have nothing, that is coming to profess love to you, run for your life. Because even that man himself may not even know what love means. He's not looking for love. He's not looking for love. He's looking for survival. You can only dictate or decipher when a man truly loves you when he has found his feet. Very few men, and I stand to be corrected, very few men, and it's just like 2% of men actually remember 20 years down the line, 30 years down the line, 40 years down the line. Very few men, 2%, actually remember the woman who stood by them when they had nothing. Very few men will even mention it. 98% of men, they wouldn't even want you to remind them of where you met them or where you started with them. All they want to remember to justify their cruelty is the wrong that they cook up that the woman has done to them. So women, be careful. Women, be careful. When that man with his chopped up shoes, half-cut belt, and jumper trousers is coming to profess love to you, run for your life. Because he himself may not even know what love is all about. He's looking for survivor. He's seen you, maybe he's seen that you are smart. He's seen some of them, they've seen your glory, even including their family members. They've seen your glory. They've seen the virtue that you have in you. They want to use that virtue to help him find his feet. The moment he finds his feet, that's when he will now start checking that the woman is too tall, the woman is too old, the woman is too ugly, the woman is too dark, she's not educated enough, her tummy is too big, That's when they now start, even when the woman, uh, she becomes irritable, they start reading meanings to everything that she's doing. And then they go out there discussing this woman who has helped them with their side chick, telling all kinds of stories just because they want the side chick to be on their side. And it is amazing that this side chick on them, a woman was actually saying the other time that a side chick called her and was saying, "Oh, the man said the wife doesn't take care of him. Since he married her, he's not progressing. He doesn't even take care of him. He doesn't even, he doesn't even serenade him." All kinds of excuses. All kinds of excuses. Women, be careful. The thing is, when you see a pattern, this is a situation whereby now it is a pattern. It will appear that even if you are a man, you are within the ages of, and you are in a relationship between the ages of 25 and 70, if you've not cheated on your wife, it's because maybe you've not found the opportunity. It's because you've not found the opportunity. So if this is the pattern, like they say, dogs are known to eat poo. So if you know that dogs naturally they are known to eat poo, then you want to get a dog who doesn't eat poo. You have to train that dog from inception, from when the dog was a puppy, and you begin to teach the dog how not to eat poo. But it is generally known that dogs are known to eat poo. So this is a case whereby the general understanding is that it is possible that a majority of men, at least 95% of men, they are cheats. They have the likelihood to deviate. They struggle to remain faithful to their wives. They struggle to remain faithful to their wives. Years ago, I was talking to a friend of mine, and I said to her, "Oh, your dad, very gentle man, very humble, very quiet, dedicated to his family and everything." She said to me, "Oh, really? Is that what you think about my dad?" I said, "Yes. Like they really don't find it's difficult to find such men these days that are quite loyal to their family, very gentle. You never see him running around out there, or even he hardly goes out and everything." She said, "Oh, really?" While his mates were busy going out chasing women, at least people knew that his mates were going out chasing women, he was busy doing his own indoors. So I said, "What? What are you talking about?" She said to me, "You remember the maid that was staying with us?" I said, "Yes, I remember her." She said, "While my dad's mates were busy out there chasing women, chasing people outside, he was busy sleeping with the maid inside the house because he was so lazy, he didn't want to go out. So he felt this was an easier target for him until he got caught." So the thing is, until we accept that sex and women is a weakness for all men, we will not, because it's like we try to deceive ourselves, we try to brush this thing under the carpet. That is why gradually lives are being destroyed. This is a weakness. Every single man, whether you are a prime minister, whether you are the head of state, whether you are the head of the army, you are a chief executive, whether you are the president of the United States, whosoever, or you are the president, you are sitting in living in Aso Rock, you are living in a Kirikiri, or living you are a gatesman in Ajegunle, the same pattern, the same gullibility. So it will appear that sex is the Achilles heels of every man. Sex is the Achilles heels of every man. So it doesn't matter the kind of woman. So it's got nothing to do with, oh, the man had to leave his wife because she will, after she had children, she now left herself. She was not taking care of herself anymore. So she was not, the man didn't find her attractive anymore. He had to now start looking outside. It's nothing to do with that. You know why? That same woman that was abandoned by her husband, that same woman will have other male admirers outside. You see, that same woman that the husband doesn't find attractive anymore will have male admirers outside. Can you beat that? So the only problem here is that men, by nature, they don't have the propensity to be loyal to one woman for a very long time in a relationship. They derail. If there is any man who has been faithful to his wife for as long as the numbers of years they've been married, who has never thought about going to sleep with another woman, about cheating on his wife, either cheating with the wife's friends, cheating with the housemaid, cheating with his colleagues at work, cheating with his secretary, cheating. So some of them, they cheat even with their wife's mother and their wife's sisters, their wife's cousin. Some even cheat with their stepdaughters. Some are even so wicked that they cheat with their own biological daughters. That is how horrible this can get. So if this is what we all know, why are we deceiving ourselves, pretending as if, there are some men who cheat, some don't cheat? It's just a matter of time. Until we begin to know that sex is a weakness for every single man. Because if we don't find the cause, we cannot know the cure. The problem now is that what is the cause? Does it have to do with upbringing, the way men are raised? Why is it that men struggle to commit to one relationship? Why is it that men are greedy by nature? They are never satisfied with the one they have. You have one woman, your eyes are outside looking at the other one. You have your own wife, your eyes are outside looking at your friend's wife. There are some of them, their stock in trade is to sleep with other people's wives. And this includes pastors. Some of them, they are pastors. They have their subordinates who are pastoring in other of their branches. All they do is to go to those pastors' wives and to sleep with their employees' wives. Some of them, that's their stock in trade. There are some, their stock in trade is to sleep with married women. It just give them a buzz. Their stock in trade is to sleep with married women. There are some, their stock in trade is to sleep with virgins. They look for young girls who are virgins. They sleep with young girls who are virgins. There are some, their stock in trade is to look for vulnerable single mothers who are struggling with their children. They go and profess undying love to these vulnerable single mothers. They exploit them, they sleep with them, they take their money, they promise them marriage, and they end up abandoning them. Some of them, their stock in trade is to sleep with their stepdaughters. They target these single mothers who have young daughters, and the single mothers, because they are also desperate to find love, accept all their lies, and they come into the home, and then they're sleeping with the mother, they're sleeping with the daughter. And this is one particular gender. And yet we want to keep a blind eye. We want to pretend that all is well when lives are being destroyed. We don't want to accept that this is a problem. This is a pattern. If this is a problem, this is a pattern, how do we change the narrative? How do we help men? Because if you know that this is a weakness, then you put strategies in place in order to minimize it. You put strategies in place in order to minimize it. I was watching some of the comments of one of some of the comments of some people who know this couple very well. They were commenting, and a lady said, Chiedu, they've always known him to be a serial cheat. They've always known him to be a serial cheat. He has always been like that. So imagine the numbers of years that this poor woman, now they're saying they've been married 25 years. It's possible that he even started this cheating habit right from 20 years ago. That's even maybe that's when the wife discovered. He may have even started it from his wedding night. There are some they sleep with their chief bridesmaid on their wedding night. Some on the eve of their wedding, they still go and they go and sleep with some other woman. So this is a big problem. At which it's at which women can be told the truth and they can accept this truth so that the pain won't be too much when it happens, so that also they can put things in place to protect themselves, knowing that the loyalty of 95% of men is not 100%. The thing is, even when they leave their wives to be with or not to be with a side chick, it's a matter of time too. That side chick becomes a victim to them, because once a cheat, always a cheat. A man that is almost 50, like in this Chinedu's case, running and leaving his wife of 25 years and going to start a life with another girl. So give or take, he has like maybe 25 years to live with that girl. And then he's reliving his life all over again. The girl is of childbearing age. Before you know it now, she gets pregnant. And with women like this, what they do, they start having children, boom, 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 every year, every 9 months, every 6 months. And then he starts changing nappies, starts wanting to be that good husband that he never was when he was with his first wife. But the only good thing now is that he's taking the resources that another woman has built to now use it to go and take care of this new woman. That is the most painful part. And that is where karma comes in. That is where karma comes in. This new woman will only be spared if she did not know that this man was married. But as far as she knew that this man was married and she contributed, because the next thing you hear now is that, oh, him and his wife, they've been having problems. The side chick was not the one that ended the relationship. It's a lie. You contributed to the breakage of the relationship. You contributed. Those times the man will be in Nigeria, he will abandon his wife. Those times the man was out running in the streets. Those times that the man was supposed to spend with his wife and children, that he will be on the phone with you. All the money the man was sending from Canada to you, that he was supposed to use to take care of his wife and children, you contributed a great deal to the problems in the marriage. So you are not going to be spared by karma. You're not going to be spared by karma. It's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. There is no hiding place. That's a me now, whatever you call your name. Just wait. Karma is coming for you. So all of us, we are waiting. Karma is coming for you. And for women, I've actually said it. Women, stop struggling with any man. For young women, you are within the ages of, you are dating, you are within the ages of 23, 25, 27. Don't struggle with any man. If a broke man is telling you, I love you, watch that sentence. Whether he truly loves you or he loves maybe he loves the fact that you are stable financially and he wants to now use you as a stepping stone to build himself financially. He doesn't love you. A man himself may not even know who he loves until he's financially stable. So when you see a man, he's humble, he's listening to you, he's going everywhere with you, he's calling you 10, 20 times a day, he's telling you, I love you, check it out. Check it out. Is he doing that only when because he's broke? Or does he still continue to do that when he now has money? So women, stop building for other women to take what you have built for your children. Because I also find I struggle to understand why men don't understand that when they are building with their wife and their children, this is their future. So you take everything that another woman has built with you that is meant for your generation, you now take it to go and give to some strange woman that you have no history with, that came prepared because she has seen that you are financially okay. So women, protect your interest and the interest of your children. Seek legal advice from a lawyer or a financial advisor. on how to protect your interest and the interest of your children, because it is clear now that men are never loyal when it comes to long-term relationships. Don't allow one silly side chick to take everything that you have worked for. Don't allow them take the inheritance of your children. Because we're not just, because the men, they are so short-sighted. They're just looking at the sex. They're not looking at the other things. But what they fail to realize is that the sex is only just 5%. While they are looking at the sex, the side chick is looking at their bank balance. The side chick is looking at everything financially that they will grab from them. But the men are so foolish, they're only looking at the sex. They're only looking at the pleasure of the sex. They're only looking at the figure eight. They forget that as time goes on, all of that will fade away. They forget that the reason why their wife may not be looking as attractive as this young girl is because they have put her through so much stress. She spent a better part of that relationship building, having sleepless nights, struggling, working so hard, working extra jobs, which has now caused a strain on her looks, on her physical looks. So women, be smart. Don't build for other women to take over what you've built. And again, women, if there's anything you can do to make sure that a side chick doesn't take what you have built over the years, do it. Because the thing is, this side chick, they are getting so bold. They think that at the end of the day, when they take another woman's husband, nothing will come out of it. When you are even telling them about karma, I say, oh, which karma? Which karma? They don't believe in karma. So if there's anything you know you can do instantly in the present, to take your husband back from these women and to make sure you deal with that side chick, go ahead and do it. It is justified. Because a woman who knows that a man is married, she knows that a man is married. She doesn't feel sorry for the children that she's taking away from taking their father away from them. She doesn't feel sorry for the wife. She doesn't feel sorry that she's destroying a whole generation. She's only thinking about herself. Such a woman, if she sees what she will use to kill, to remove you out of the world, she will do it. She will do it. So see her as an enemy. Deal with her like an enemy. It's not a joke. Enough of crying and thinking pity party, pity party, pity party. Enough is enough. See her as an enemy. Handle her as an enemy. Handle her as an enemy. No more crying, no more pity party. Enough is enough. Enough that a woman will build for 20 years, 25 years. The man wakes up one day and decides that the woman is not good enough. And he's not thinking. He hardens his heart. He hardens his conscience. And it's interesting that this same man will have friends all around him. They can never tell him the right thing to do because all of them, they do the same thing. All of them, they do the same thing. So they don't see anything wrong in what the man is doing. The family members are even praying for the marriage to break because in their dumb head, they actually think that if you've been blocking them from getting money from the man. Meanwhile, they don't even know that you are the one contributing financially to the life of the man. So don't spare them. If the side chick can go to anywhere to say she wants to take your husband, do everything to teach her a lesson. Enough is enough. Enough of the insult. Because this, to me, is armed robbery. If an armed robber comes into your home, what do? Do you just stand and start watching them? If an armed robber breaks into your home, what do? Do you just stand and start watching? Will you not at least defend yourself and your family? So women, defend your children. Sometimes the men, no, I know that sometimes they also go astray. They stray into the hands of these satanic side chicks, and then they get entrapped spiritually. If you know any way you can also deliver your husband from these entrapments so that the scale can fall off from his eyes, fight to save your children, to save your life, to save the life of your husband. Snatch your husband from the hands of this evil side chick. Pray so that the scale will fall off from his eyes. Pray that whatever it is that the side chick has given to him through food, through any other means, it will be neutralized. Snatch that man from the hands of that evil side chick. The reason why is give them another 5-10 years. Most times the men don't end up well. They either end up broke, the side chick will kick them out, or they end up dead, or they end up sick, or even bedridden. It never ends well. Any man that leaves the wife of his youth, you treat the wife of your youth wrongly, you treat your children wrongly because you want to be with another woman, it never ever ends well with such a man. And it's just simple, because life is governed by principles. There is nothing you can do about it. Life itself is governed by principles. What you sow, you reap. It's a matter of time. So each time you want to maltreat that woman, each time you think you are being smart, each time you think you just want to have fun, remember that life is governed by principle. So whatsoever you sow in the life of that woman, whatsoever you sow in the life of your children, you will reap. And in rounding up, like I will always say, when God places people in our lives, when God places people in our lives, be it our wives, be it our husbands, be it our children, be it our friends, when God places people in our lives, we must be careful the seed we sow in our lives. Marriage enhances, marriage empowers. When you get married to a man or a woman, you're supposed to add to the person's life, not to subtract. You're not supposed to cause that person pain. You're not supposed to cause that person tears. A lot of women have ended up in psychiatric hospital due to cases like this case that we're talking about. A lot of women are depressed. They've lost self-esteem because of cases like this, where a woman suffers for years with a man, and 20 years, 25 years, he decides that the woman is not good enough. He abandons his children. He abandons the wife. How do men like this sleep at night? How these treacherous men, how do men like this sleep at night? And the women that encourage them, that calls themselves side chicks, how do they sleep at night? These are Jezebels. These are destiny stealers, destiny destroyers. You see them outside with their bone straight wig and their makeup and their perfume. You think they cannot hurt a fly, but they go into the life of a man, destroying the man's life, destroying his destiny, causing people to cry, causing people to shed tears. And they don't blink. They have no conscience. And it's interesting that even their own family members, their mothers and their fathers now encourage them and empower them. They are backing them up. They say it's because of poverty. Because of poverty. So this is stealing. And then these same people sit down and they talk about bad governance. They talk about kidnappers. This is married people. They are kidnapping other people's husband, taking other people's husband by fire, by force. Because this cannot be love. This is not love. When you love people, you don't hurt them. When you love people, you don't make them lose the things that are more important to them in their life. The 5 children of that man, they should be the most important thing in their life, in his life. But for him to have abandoned them in Canada, returned back to Nigeria without blinking, you men now, you don't love this man. You are a homebreaker. You don't love the man. And the same passion with which you have served that woman, Mrs. Nwokolo, that's the same portion that karma will serve on you. And let this be a note of warning for so many other girls who are like you. You are not winning, you are losing. Because karma is a bitch. One day, soon and very soon, you will get your own compensation. Thank you very much, everyone. I'll be on your way soon. Thank you.